Let me tell you how it is. Half of the people clicking on this video are going to think dropshipping is way too saturated in 2025. Why bother? And then the other half are going to have an open mind and listen to this video and actually start to take action. Which of the 50% are you going to be in? Because in this video, I'm going to show you how to dropship in 2025, in my opinion, the right way / the easiest way. So I started dropshipping last month with a brand new product completely organically and made close to $1,000 in sales, like I said, with no ads whatsoever and a 0% return rate. But here's the problem a lot of people face when it comes to dropshipping, whether they do it organically or do it with paid ads. Number one, they get stressed far too easily, and I understand why, because when it comes to dropshipping, supply chain issues are a massive problem. The amount of people I've spoken to in the dropshipping space where a supplier scammed them, or orders haven't been fulfilled because XYZ's happened, tariffs have been brought in so their products are stuck at customs or something like that. So many different issues that come about. Second problem, waiting times. If you're ordering a product from China, you got tariffs of course, but not only that, you've got weeks for delivery, 2, 3, 4 weeks. That doesn't really paint a good picture for your customer who's going to be messaging you, emailing you saying, where's my product? And you have to keep replying to those customers saying it's on the way, on the way. Would you prefer it if products actually came in 2 to 3 business days maximum? And then of course, products being garbage. A lot of dropshipping products, especially people that try to get into the game brand new, find a product on AliExpress for $2 and think, cool, I found it for $2, let's sell it for $10, not realizing the product's absolutely rubbish. How are you going to scale bad products? You might make a little bit of money quickly, but even that won't be a lot of money and it will be difficult to scale. We need to find a way to alleviate all those problems and make dropshipping fun again. So how can you scale a new dropshipping store with good quality products, no supply chain issues and proper fulfillment? Well, in my opinion, that's by using a proven fulfillment service like Doba. Doba is one of the best websites around when it comes to dropshipping fulfillment. They have over 90% US stock and they've been around for over 20 years, so they're trusted in the space. And they made dropshippers over $6.2 billion collectively. Now, why this is important is because these are real people building real businesses. To accumulate $6.2 billion in sales is not easy, let's be completely honest about it. But to serve over 3.2 million dropshippers is a trusted website that can do fulfillment for you. There's a reason people using sites like this rather than trying to do everything manually. It's harder to scale and it gets very, very stressful. Why don't we turn dropshipping back into the business it once was, where it's hands-off approach from you? You can focus on the important things like optimizing the ads, etc., making sure the creatives are good, and let all the back-end stuff get done for you by a software that does its job. So when you sign up to Doba, one of the first things you want to do is look at the different products they have available. For example, I like looking at the premium supplies as these are good quality products. And one thing about dropshipping a lot of people don't realize is you can actually sell very high ticket dropshipping products. Like you've got Stanley Cups here, you could sell. Stanley Cups go for like $100. You got other products here like a swing set that's very expensive that you could potentially sell. And scrolling down, there's loads of different products available. Like you've got a trolley even here. You've got all sorts. You've got outside ornaments, etc. These are very expensive products that have a high perceived value. So even if you source them for $100, $200, you could easily sell them for $500, $600 and make a 3 times return on your investment. Another thing you can do is just look at all of the products listed on Doba. And I like doing this because the products listed here will have 1 to 3 business day delivery max, which is important, like I said before, for fulfillment. And these are trending products. You can see exactly how much is in stock, the supplier of it, and you can scroll through here and just get an idea of what you want to create content on. So I'm going to be completely honest, when it comes to dropshipping, I like products that have a clear target audience. Generic products get saturated very easily. You know those things like the bouncy balls and the flying objects where it comes back to you like the B-Tech boomerangs. Forget all of that. I like products that have a clear use and a clear target audience. Like for example, you've got flea and tick soft chews for cats. Obviously, not everyone's got a cat, but the people that do have cats would love a product like that. And for example, this product right here, the face and neck massager, really good product, serves a pain point, which is people having a lot of stress and tension in their neck and face. A lot of people have that. It will have a high perceived value. So even sourcing this for $14, you could easily sell this for 40, potentially $50 if you perceive it in the right way, or the audience perceives it in the right way by creating intelligent ads that convert sales. And another place I recommend looking at is the TikTok Shop selections. Now, TikTok Shop is one of the best ways to find up and coming trendy products. So if you want to start making money very quickly, look at the TikTok Shop based products and then you can create ad creatives and then post them on Meta ads, for example, or even Google ads. Basically like social media arbitrage, taking popular products from TikTok and moving them onto other social media platforms. And like I said already, pretty much all the products listed on Doba will have 1 to 3 business day delivery. So that's how you can outcompete your competitors on the market by providing good quality products that come fast. And this is one of the best things about Doba. You get automatic fulfillment. All you have to do when you sign up is connect your Shopify store, TikTok Shop store, Amazon store, Etsy, etc. Whatever store you sell from, and then Doba will have the information there, and as soon as an order is made, it will do fulfillment for you. And this is all done through order automation. When someone buys from your store, the order automatically appears in your Doba dashboard. Doba processes it for you, charges your payment method, and ships it to the customer, and you get the tracking information you can then share with your customer. Makes it so much easier and far less hassle for you, so you can focus on what actually matters in the dropshipping journey, and that's making the ads that are actually going to sell. And another thing Dober does very well is inventory management. One of the worst things in dropshipping is when you're making ads, you're selling well, but then the product goes out of stock, but you're still making the ads. You're burning money on ads, but you can't actually sell the product because it doesn't exist anymore. It's out of stock, and there's going to be a backlog between the product getting back in stock again. So you either have to refund the orders, or you have to email these customers saying you have to wait 2-3 months, and a lot of them will want a refund by that point. So making sure you don't sell products when it's out of stock is super important, and Dober's inventory management helps you with this. And of course, price monitoring. From time to time, suppliers increase their prices, potentially going up or rarely going down. And what that means is your profit margins will actually decrease because of that. So if the supplier puts the product price up, Dober will actually update your store prices to maintain your profit margins. This is super important because it does happen where suppliers actually increase the prices. And Dober also helps with customer services. Now, trust me, when you start scaling your dropshipping store, which I hope everyone watching this video will get to this point, you will need to hire someone to deal with the customer service problems, because trust me, there will be many. And that's one of the worst possible things you can do. Just sit around and reply to emails all day about the product tracking issues and information. You'd rather outsource that so you can focus on the important part, which is actually creating the ads. So thankfully, Dober's support team actually helps you with the shipping questions, tracking issues, and the product information to alleviate a lot of that stress off your shoulders. Now let's get into pricing psychology. So let's say you found a product, for example, and you want to sell it. What would you price it at? So for example, let's say we're selling this face and neck massager, which I actually think is a really cool product, which you can get for $14.22. And this comes from a top seller, by the way, as well on Dober. Now, a little rule of thumb is you normally want to 2.5 to 3x the price of your product and then round it up to good product psychology. So what does this mean? So $14.22 is the price you're sourcing the product at. If you multiply this by 3, you get to $42.66. But no one's buying a product for $42.66. So you can actually round this up to potentially $47.99, $49.99, or even $44.99 as I've put right here. So you price your product at a smidgen above 3x what you've got it for. Now the important part of all of this is selling products that have a high perceived value. When someone sees a product, they need to think it's expensive. And let's be completely honest, I mean, you can tell me in the comments, if it's a good quality face and neck massager, I don't think $45 is a bad price whatsoever. Especially if it's electric motors and it actually works really well. I think a lot of people would be willing to pay $45 for this sort of product. And this is the problem a lot of people make. They find a product for like $5 that they want to sell for $15, not realizing the general public understand this is a $5 quality product. They're not spending $15 on a bouncy ball. So don't just pick the first product you find on Dober. Scroll through. All these products, like I said, are US stocked and will have quick fulfillment times with good quality supplies. It's about your job now to find the one that suits you best and that you want to sell. And that means Dober is just far more superior than scrolling through AliExpress. Because AliExpress, not only have you got to find good quality products, you've also got to find good quality supplies and match those two together. It's double searching. So you can get started with Dober by the link in the description and in the pinned comment and get your first 14 days for 99 cents. And not just that, if you pair that up with Shopify, if you use my link down below, you get your first 90 days for $1 each month. So $3 in total. I mean, you can start your dropshipping journey for just $2. And that's quite literally everything you need. Shopify to make the store and Dober to find a product and do fulfillment. Now all you need to do is either make ads or post organically. If I told you in 2025 for just $2, you can test out dropshipping for 2 weeks, every single person would try that, trust me. Especially when you see all these people online that make millions of dollars every single month doing dropshipping. Now this video covered everything when it comes to product selection and linking your store on Dober, but I did not actually cover how to build your website. And for that, you've got to check out the video right beside me as I went through a 30-day dropshipping challenge to see exactly how much money I could make dropshipping completely organically.